welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is now over. It's time to play ball.
Set to kick off.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Deion Sanders on the return.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Gannon. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now Sanders. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now the first carry for Bush. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
To kick off.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. To throw again, Vick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They will indeed go for it. Vick, a quick slant to Hill. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
11-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early and give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
7 and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. On first down, it's Bush. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Vick now from the 50. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Well, Charles, you said it after the 4th down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with the touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt them, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up, because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time.
Our home team 14, visitors 7. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own.
For the Washington football team, 1-4 through 5 weeks of the season, losing at home against the Rams in Week 5. But, Charles, even with the loss, the story of the game, no doubt, was Kyle Allen getting knocked out. And then enter Alex Smith. First time in 693 days that he had been active, thrust into action. Remember the gruesome leg injury back in November of 2018. He had 17 surgeries in 9 months. Almost had the leg amputated, and here he was back on an NFL field. And although the stats weren't great, CD, how neat to see him back out there.
It's beyond neat, and I've heard a number of people say it's not an original thought, but it's something we're all thinking. They can just go ahead and give comeback player of the year to Alex Smith right now. You know, there really is no other competition, because what he came back from, what you just said, from almost having his leg taken from him to starting and to playing in an NFL game, That's off the charts. And I loved how you mentioned it during the broadcast when you said the one thing missing would be, is the 80,000 people in FedEx Field to give him a standing ovation. That would have been very, very cool, but still the moment, overwhelming. I don't care about the score. I don't care about anything else. And the only other thing is what set the stage was Kyle Allen elevated the starter, and Dwayne Haskins not.
And now look at him go. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
23-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
4-yard line.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Operating from the gun. Gannon. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
87.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Vick will look to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season, and that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh,
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
And
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This will be caught just inside the 10. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
That throw by Vick incomplete.
Vick's pass
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Here's Michael Vick, and it's caught. Touchdown. George Kittle as the first half is winding down. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
14. Harrison Butker.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Is on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it?
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Morton Anderson.
So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense.
They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Vick. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, as we normally do, let's look ahead to what's to come here in the NFL for Week 6. Some changes to the schedule in this most unusual season. But, CD, I've earmarked a few here. I've got Cleveland and Pittsburgh, Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Of course, that's going to be a lot of fun. Arizona, Dallas, Monday night. And then
that's caught inside the 20. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So here's Vick following the interception. Steps away.
reception here by Ruggs.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give. This is Bush. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Here's the ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Intended for Terry McCoy.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
He was covered by Deion Sanders.
To throw on 3rd down. Gannon. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. Yeah, Sanders now to return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. To throw, Vick. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The defensive player of the year a season ago, Aaron Donald, the one to stop him in his tracks.
Another big play there by Aaron Donald, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017 and 18. We know he can rush the passer. He's also dominant in the run game. The quickness for a man his size often defeats the offensive lineman trying to block him.
A gain there of 21 yards. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Aaron Donald.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's George. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on first down. George. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. Result is a first down.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker.
27 yards.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really